They're animals that injured soldiers have come to rely on, but one Iowa veteran is finding the service dog comes with its own challenges. Good evening, I'm John Bachman.
And I'm Erin Kiernan. On Friday, Veterans Day, the Iraq War vet was denied entrance to a play at Des Moines Area Community College.
His teacher wouldn't let him in because he wasn't alone. He had his service dog with him. Channel 13's Janae Town has the story. It's first on 13.
Drop it. Good boy.
The people Tag is trained to work with might not look like they need his help, but this service dog has an important job. He helps war veterans adjust to civilian life. By law, service dogs can go any place that's open to the public. But this last Friday, a DMAC teacher turned away a veteran on Veterans Day.
This gentleman had gone to school at DMAC and had been turned away from a theater production that was open to the public because he had tried to attend with his service dog.
Nicole Shoemate is the executive director of Paws Effect, the group that trains and places service dogs with soldiers. She says the DMAC student, who asked not to be named, served 2 tours in Iraq. His service dog helps him with his post-traumatic stress disorder and a traumatic brain injury.
It is too bad that this happened.
DMAC Dean of Student Services Lori Wolf says she's concerned about what happened on campus.
We're reviewing the incident, going through based on DMAC policies and procedures. We're interviewing all parties that are involved, and then we'll determine what steps need to be taken next.
What it really came down to for everybody was, again, a misunderstanding about service dog access. And I think everyone was very, very sincere, and it was a very honest mistake.
But it doesn't make it any less frustrating, especially since Shoemate says DMAC has such a good track record of raising awareness about public access issues.
We strive to assist the students to succeed, and when something like this comes up, we try very hard to make certain that it doesn't happen again.
I mean, it does happen, and it happens, you know, unfortunately with more regularity in Des Moines than I would prefer.
And DMAC says the teacher has formally apologized and the student was back in class today. The school also tells me they are not aware of any other time something like this has happened on campus.
So really this was a case of ignorance.
It's something that they're saying there's not a lot of understanding about this law, so really that's their goal here, to get the word out about service animals.
Thanks very much.
New at 10, a 2-time Iraq War veteran turned away.
We are regretful that this has taken place.
The reason? His service dog. How this helpful companion kept a former soldier from attending college class. News Channel 8 in HD starts right now.
And tonight, a public apology from Des Moines Area Community College.
After a veteran with post-traumatic stress disorder is told not to come to a classroom because of his service dog.
News Channel 8's Emily Price shows us what happened.
Last Friday, of all day Veterans Day, the former soldier walked into DMAC Building 6 with his service dog. What happened after that sparked a full-blown investigation by DMAC administration.
Right now, based on the interviews that we've conducted so far, it appears that it was a misunderstanding.
Dean of Students Lori Wolf says the soldier's instructor was concerned that the dog might be a distraction. Inside this auditorium, his students were watching a performance they would need to write a paper on over the weekend.
The professor had told him that the performance was open to the public, and he was a little bit concerned about having a service dog in the performance. He wasn't sure if other people might be allergic or sensitive to having a dog there.
Nicole Shoemate is the executive director of Paws Effect, a local nonprofit that trains dogs and teams them up with veterans who have PTSD. More than anything, she says the dogs help with the psychological after effects of war.
A lot of times what the dogs will do is sometimes they'll stand right in front of you so people can't approach too closely. They'll watch behind you, so if someone comes up from behind you, they'll wag your tail, and so the recipient might just see the tail wagging, which is just an awareness that somebody might be close behind them.
In March, the American with Disabilities Act was changed to include PTSD dogs like Tag.
The dogs are going to give them that confidence to go back out into public and to be around people because they have their companion with them. I think there's a lot of people out there that they see the service dog, but they see a person who's not broke. They don't look broke. They don't look disabled. So they feel the need to self-police. They feel the need to stop and ask all the questions.
In a meeting this morning, the soldier, his instructor, and the dean talked about what happened.
It was very obvious that the instructor was regretful for what had taken place.
The school will now use what happened as a tool to teach others about PTSD.
And I think we got the best possible outcome we could have gotten from it.
The student did not want to talk to us about what happened, but we have been told that he will be able to complete his assignment because that production was videotaped. By the way, he was back in class today. In Ankeny, Emily Price, KCCI News Channel 8, Iowa's news leader.
And DMAC had already been trying to spread awareness about the PTSD dogs. There are 2 on campus. They've been writing articles in the school newsletter, and they were already putting on a production about it for next spring.